Hi y'all, Mike Harms here with EnergyPrint, and I'm going to talk to you about lightning estimates and show you how you can quickly add a property, a meter, and a bill to build a history for a new property and start telling stories with your data quickly. Let's begin under the Onboarding tab. After choosing Self-Enter Data, we can click Add Property. We will go with Century High School in Rochester, Minnesota. It's a simple, large building. I know it well. It's where I went to school. I've selected the primary construction type. The rest of this data came from our property database. The square footage looks incorrect, but that's not the end of the world for our purposes. You can correct that if you happen to know it. I don't know the square footage of Century. It's pretty big. So I've made my property. I now need to make a meter. Lightning estimates run on each meter, so you will have to make a meter and enter one bill for every energy type that you want to estimate a history for. So here I've added an electric meter to Century. I'm going to click Manage, and we're almost done. The last step is to add a bill. Simple enough. We will make that bill run from, we'll just say it's a July bill. This can be any term, and we will prorate it appropriately. We'll say they spent $12,000 on electricity for 110,000 kilowatt hours. Let's give them a tax cost so this looks nice and real, and we will make our bill. That is it. We now have one slice of data that we can compare to history. So when I click Estimate History, the system is going to look for similar properties in terms of square footage and proximity to the site. So this is going to look for Rochester, Minnesota properties at a similar size and extend its search criteria until it finds 20 properties, and then it will use the median usage for those properties to calculate a linear regression relative to this data and go back through history and build 2 years of complete utility history for this meter. Once this is done, I will have a single meter with 2 years of history that we can start to do interesting things with. It's complete. You can see we have a history. You can already see the trends where in the winter electric usage trends down, and in the summer when electric cooling ramps up, the usage and cost trends up. We can go back to Self-Enter Data, click View Dashboard, and start to work with our data. You can see your history with cost per square foot, some general high-level details, but most interestingly, once you've quickly onboarded a property with lightning estimates, you can project savings. So what kind of project would benefit my school? So this project is going to be a new chiller. And that chiller is going to save us, we'll say, 10% a year on electrical consumption. You can set a baseline. I'm going to set the most recent baseline, probably the most relevant to the future. And then we can skip the baseline adjustments. We want to talk about the target line adjustments. This is how we build the projection totals. I'm going to say it saves us 10% on electricity every month. Here we see we're saving 10% on electricity every month. We create the project, and we're looking at it. Down here you can see these have to do with how the data actually shakes out. So you won't see much under whether normalized or billed until we've actually gotten the future data that we're talking about. But the projected data is all set. You can see we're projecting a savings of $13,000 a year. And you can see the projected usage impact as well as the projected savings associated. You can apply this projection logic to every energy type. So say you get insulation and you think it can save 5% a month on gas or on electricity and 10% a month on gas. You could apply those targets to each energy type and build an intelligent savings. In this way, we've built a data history and we've started to tell stories about what our improvements are going to enable in terms of ROI, savings, and this is going to help us as we move forward. We can compare these projections to how the actual data comes in, either flat billed or whether normalized data, to prove out the ROI that we've projected to the client. This is going to help us build trust and help us visualize goals for our improvement projects. Thanks for watching. Reach out if you have any questions. and good luck with lightning estimates.